Okay guys, this is Evergreen. So it's nice. It's at the end of a cul-de-sac. There are some townhomes next door. Here's the front porch. I like it because it's covered. So again, the main road is going to be that way. But it's quiet. Sand Ridge is that way. That and Queens Creek are the two biggest roadways here in Hubert, and so almost everything attaches to those. Here's the next door neighbor, also has a really cute little porch. Cul-de-sac. My guess is these are also private roadways. There is a side entry right there. So I've chatted with the agent briefly, and she let me know that the seller has a couple of dogs, and he's aware that it smells like a couple of dogs. And so it's a propane tank for a fireplace, I assume. And so he is going to have the, I'm assuming that is their fence, not yours. Or not this house's. That he's going to have it professionally cleaned upon move out. Just an FYI, and I will let you know. Smell-wise, okay, so here's the front porch. There's a carpenter bee. You do have two outlets out here. And then front doors. Okay. Hello? It does smell like dogs. First thing I notice when I walk in, this flooring is cut a little short. Not a hard fix. You just need to add some more quarter round. Okay, so you walk into the kitchen and dining space. You've got I call them Formica. That's a brand name, but they're not wood. I'm sorry, they're not stone. They're more of like a cork board, if you will. This is tile, it's interesting. This is wood, also interesting. I noticed it from the photos, but I couldn't quite tell what it was. So it's like a shiplap, you could remove it. Sink. They have a gas range, which is really nice and really hard to come by around here for some reason. A couple things I noticed while standing in the kitchen. There's quarter round there. This is unfinished under these cabinets. So they've cut it, it was cut short, very short. And you need quarter round, probably is not going to be thick enough. So it just all needs to be like some finishing trim work, basically. Under the sink. This would be the pantry area. So like these need to be cleaned out really well. Okay, again, that's the front door. You come into the dining and kitchen space. There's a few spots on here. I can't tell what this is. It's dirt. It just needs to be cleaned. It's grease. Okay. Here's a little pocket door this is their living space. It is snug in here. Wouldn't be super snug, but they have a really big couch. Just trim on the floor. I noticed like some repair was right there. It looks like just a seam. And there's quite a few nail pops that I can see everywhere. Again, needs a little cleaning. This is a drywall seam that needs to be fixed appropriately. Maybe, I don't know that it's not drywall, just kidding. It's more like a settling crack because it's a little jagged. Okay, so living space. Just trying to see if you could make this your living space. Like, I don't know how you would do it from a design standpoint. And then there's a door, which is kind of nice if you wanted to close off this. There's a little bit of the raised floor right here. Okay, well, ton of storage. I'm gonna guess this is probably, oh, more storage. I was wondering if it was laundry. Hot water heater is in here. Okay. Tile bathroom. Trying to tell if it's crooked or not. A little bit. It's a little crooked. Again, like, need some trim. Need some cord around to hide the cuts. You've got some nail pops on this ceiling as well. Old school bathtub. Again, that, I don't know that you can see the little settling crack, or it might be a seam. Here's the bathroom vanity. This is going to be their primary. Closet. Not a massive closet space, but some. The shelving is nice though. Okay, and then this window looks out to the driveway. So, and the carpet's in good condition. And I don't feel like it smells in here. So again, some cosmetics. There's some scratches on the wall. The trim needs to be painted. This overlooks the backyard. The screen is ripped. So there's not a true ensuite, if you will. Like, this bathroom is the bathroom that's for this bedroom. Again, a nail pop up there. Another settling. I call it settling. It could be either or. It could be settling, or it could just be a drywall seam. I don't really know. Or it could be a combination of both. Okay, again. This is the laundry. I love it. There's a sink in it. Okay, washer dryer. And this is the door that goes outside that I was telling you about when I was standing outside. This is cables for all of your internet and stuff. Everything was labeled at one point. Very hard to read now, however. Okay, and this is linoleum. Okay. So I love that the primary is like kind of off and has its own door. That's really nice, especially if you have like family visiting. Actually, so is this one too. Sweet. Okay, interesting. So this is the same exact size as the living room that they're using. And this room doesn't smell. Oh my God. Hey, buddy. Again, just finishing work. There's no quarter round. So quarter round will hide the space between the wall and where the flooring is. Again, pocket door. Again, that's where I was just at, the primary area. The other living is up there. You could have like his and her living, or like a workout room if you wanted to. Another closet. This door is a little rough. Again, carpet. It's not in bad condition. And I don't notice a smell in here. I notice a smell mainly in that main living, like that main kitchen area. And another hot water heater that is, I'm going to assume, I don't know what, I'm not going to assume anything. I don't know. It's newer. There's not an expansion tank on it. I think we've talked about that in one of the houses. If it's inside of your house, an expansion tank needs to be on it. But again, you buy them and they don't come with expansion tanks. This overlooks the townhomes. So you have to buy the expansion tank separately. Again, bathroom, tile. This is super like old school. This one is probably not used, okay? But it's very clean. Also, and I don't know, I'd be curious if there's duct work in here or if you can actually like eliminate this. Ooh. Okay. 100% that needs to be cleaned. This is a little discolored. It happens to like culture marble over time. Again, small paint things. Carpeting again. Smells a little doggy in here. Okay. Again, overlooks. And this one also has 2 closets. Okay. We're going to leave that there. Okay. So, 2 rooms. Again, door, nice. This one you could turn into a bedroom. However, or the other side, you would just have to have a closet. And a closet doesn't make a bedroom. It's more about ingress, egress, and square footage for like appraisal purposes. Because a closet doesn't necessarily make something a bedroom. Again, with the, that's pretty cool. It's a monster truck door is what it looks like. This needs to be like cleaned. It's Okay, I'm gonna hop out. I have no idea what that cord is going to. There is an electrical outlet here. HVAC. I'm sorry to sit you through this, or I'll just, there we go. I don't know when it was installed. Okay. The yard is awesome. Strange house layout. I mean, I don't hate it. It's just different with the, that I would make sure it's actually like vented so birds can't get in. If it's not, it looks like it might be, I don't know. It's just interesting with like the separation of the rooms. But I love the idea of the doors there. The yard's really nice. If you really wanted to, you could plant some trees along here. Okay. Garage. Massive garage. With a ton of storage. What would also be awesome, it would be super costly. Maybe, I don't know. I don't even want to ballpark a number. If you could, I mean, I guess you could do a split unit AC. And make this like a whole finished area. That would be amazing. Because there's electrical up here. I don't know if it's to code or not, but there is electrical. So yeah, this is super cool. Someone's phone. And a beer fridge. And someone has a dog. Oh my God, hi pup. He's very cute. So yeah. I think overall it's an interesting layout. And it needs some cosmetics. And a really good deep clean. But like I kind of love like the separation of the doors. Again, that's going to be hit or miss for people. Some people are going to love it. Some people are going to hate it. I love it because my father-in-law is up at like 4 o'clock and wakes us up all of the time. So yeah. Again, there were these 2 bedrooms, bathroom, living space, primary bedroom, laundry room was over there. All right, you guys, I am going to upload this and please let me know what you think.